We are jumping right into something absolutely mind-bending today, so get ready. We're about to embark on this incredible journey to uncover a massive, hidden language left behind by the ancients. Prepare to have your entire perspective shifted, because we're exploring how some of the most famous structures on Earth might just be the ultimate message in a bottle. Only this message isn't written in ink. It's written in mass, weight, and pure geometry. So let me ask you a seemingly impossible question. How do you move a mountain? Or actually, let's be more specific. How did ancient civilizations move millions of colossal stone blocks, some weighing countless tons, using incredibly primitive technology? Because before we can even begin to understand the deep mathematical meaning of these structures, we really have to look at the sheer impossibility of their physical construction.
Well, consider acoustic levitation. According to researchers Marie D. Jones and Larry Flaxman, this phenomenon happens when you have two opposing sound frequencies. Their interfering waves create this sort of resonant zone, which allows an object to literally levitate. Now, modern science uses ultrasound, pitch that's way above human hearing, to trap and float tiny little particles in midair. But what if the ancients didn't drag these massive stones at all? What if they lifted them using this incredible, lost mastery of acoustics?
Section 1. The Mystery of the Stones. Okay, let's dive right into this. The sheer scale of the Giza pyramids completely shatters our traditional understanding of ancient engineering. I mean, we're talking about near worldwide proportions of immense stone blocks. When you stand before them, the question in your mind isn't just, why did they build this? But how on earth did they do it? And the answer to that might actually be hidden in the global stories left behind. Because across vastly different cultures and entirely different eras, we find this really bizarre yet consistent folklore of floating stones. There's a 9th century story about a mysterious papyrus with the power to move massive stones at Giza. Over in the Americas, a Mayan legend speaks of a humanoid who could literally whistle large stones into place. And Native American tales talk of ancient priests making stones light enough to move easily. These might sound like fanciful myths, but they share one incredibly crucial thread: sound and frequency acting as the key to lifting immense weight. Section 2. Meaning carved in stone. Normally, we think of numerology as meaning expressed through numbers on a page, right? But let's scale that way up. Numerology is meaning expressed through numbers, yes? But pyramids are meaning expressed through numbers in stone. These ancient builders weren't just slapping together massive tombs, they were physically manifesting mathematical harmony. It is this massive, enduring, physical expression of a divine plan. Section 3. The golden proportion. 1.618. It's bold, it's simple, and yet it is infinitely complex. This is the NEP, or what we often call the golden proportion. Western academia recently slapped the Greek letter phi on it, but the Egyptians, they knew and used this at least 4,500 years ago, using something called the summation series, which is where you just add the last two numbers together. The sequence perfectly converges on this exact divine ratio. For them, this was the true pulsation of natural growth. It was the very origin of their harmonic design. And this brilliantly illustrates just how advanced they really were. The Egyptians used an absolutely stunning unification of arithmetic and graphic design. By utilizing geometric proofs that relied heavily on that golden proportion and the square root of 5, they meticulously dictated the dimensions of everything in their world. This harmonic proportion ruled their temples, their artwork, and of course the pyramids themselves, ensuring that every single part perfectly harmonized with the whole. Now consider this mind-bending mathematical formula, inherent in the very specific shape they chose. If you take the height of the Great Pyramid and you use that as the radius of a circle, the circumference of that imaginary circle is exactly equal to the circumference of the square base of the pyramid.
any other shape, literally any slight deviation in angle or slope, and this perfect mathematical formula just collapses. It is so incredibly deliberate.
Section 4. Embodiment of cosmic order. So if numerology is the search for cosmic order, pyramids are the literal embodiment of that cosmic order. The harmony baked into their geometry wasn't just there to look pretty. It was recognized as the most cogent, powerful expression of a divine metaphysical plan that dictates our entire physical world. In ancient texts, we find the concept of the ben-ben. It's a shape representing the primordial mound, and it's super closely associated with the sun god and the rays of celestial light. As the ancient pyramid texts reveal, the pyramid itself was essentially a ramp leading up to the sky. It was an incredibly potent astrological instrument specifically designed to project the departed king's star soul to Orion, Sirius, and the circumpolar constellation of Draco. It literally united the dense, heavy earth with the weightless heavens. Section 5. Frozen Mathematics. 10,000. That is the astounding number of years the Greek philosopher Plato claimed the Egyptian harmonic canon of proportion remained completely unchanged. He actually stated that the pictures and statues made 10,000 years ago were no better and no worse than the ones being made right in his own day. Just think about the stunning permanence of that mathematical message for a second. It is a divine, geometric language locked into a physical form that time itself could barely even touch. And literally every detail was intentional. Take the number 36, for example. This specific number had a very deliberate significance in the design and construction of the ancient pyramids. It's the square of 6, which is known as the number of creation. It's just one more layer of this deliberately chosen numerical foundation. A foundation that acts as a bridge between our physical reality and a divine blueprint. As we wrap up this explainer, I really want to leave you with a final provocative thought. Are the pyramids frozen mathematics? Are they an eternal message, perfectly encoded in mass, weight, and sacred geometry, intentionally meant to communicate across time, just waiting for us to finally remember how to read it? It really creates this profound sense of awe when you realize that these aren't just stone tombs. They are cosmic numerology, communicating across the vast, silent gulf of history. Keep that unfolding awareness with you and never stop questioning the mysteries of our ancient past.